Indian economic updates. India is undergoing a transformative infrastructure boom that is reshaping its economic trajectory. With a record 11.11 trillion rupees allocated for capital expenditure in the 2024-25 union budget, amounting to 3.4% of the GDP, the government is making infrastructure development a cornerstone of its growth strategy. This surge in investment has a powerful multiplier effect. According to estimates, every 1 rupee spent on infrastructure generates 2.5 rupees to 3.5 rupees in GDP. Improved connectivity enhances productivity, reduces logistics costs, and attracts private and foreign investment. Sectors such as construction, steel, and logistics are already witnessing growth, boosting employment and industrial output. Flagship programs like PM Gati Shakti aim to integrate transport networks, road, rail, air, and waterways, creating seamless multimodal logistics hubs. Economic corridors such as the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor and the East Coast Economic Corridor are facilitating regional development and industrialization. Private companies like Adani Ports and JSW Infrastructure are benefiting from increased cargo movement and supply chain efficiencies, with profits surging in recent quarters. At the same time, investments in metro networks, highways, and smart cities are improving urban mobility and quality of life. Despite these advances, challenges persist. Private sector investment remains tepid, and global uncertainties, including trade tensions, may affect long-term momentum. Nevertheless, infrastructure remains a reliable driver of growth, employment, and regional equity. India's infrastructure boom is not just about building roads and bridges, it's about building a more competitive, connected, and resilient economy for the future. Construction of national highways in India is expected to decline by 7 to 10% year-on-year to 9,500 to 10,200 km in FY26, down from projected FY25 levels, reflecting slower award cycles and execution bottlenecks. This reduction would pull daily construction rates to approximately 26 to 28 km, compared to around 30 km per day in FY25 and 34 km per day in FY24. Although Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is likely to increase project awards in FY26 relative to FY25, volumes will remain below the FY21-23 peaks. In fact, award activity was nearly flat, 4,874 kilometers in the first 11 months of FY25 versus 4,872 kilometers in the same period of FY24. And marked a 30.7% drop to 8,581 kilometers in FY24. Delays in appointed dates for over 40,000 crore rupees worth of project spending since December 2024, compounded by land acquisition hurdles for greenfield expressways, a tougher monsoon season, and stricter competition. To address this, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways on 1 June 2025 circular mandates synchronization of key pre-construction steps, land acquisition, environmental and forest clearances, utility shift estimates, and railway crossing designs, with bid stages. Additionally, revised additional performance security norms aim to curb overly aggressive bidding and ensure better financial discipline. These reforms are expected to alleviate execution bottlenecks, providing appointed dates are issued promptly with coordinated stakeholder engagement, though their full impact may surface only later in FY26. In summary, FY26 will likely see a modest rebound in award activity, but sustained execution challenges will weigh on overall NH construction performance. India's apparel exports rose by 11.3% year-on-year in May 2025, driven by a global shift in sourcing strategies away from China and Bangladesh, according to data from the Confederation of Indian Textile Industry. This marks continued momentum following sharp increases of 17.3% in September and 24.35% in October 2024, triggered by political instability in Bangladesh after the fall of the Sheikh Hasina government. Global buyers are increasingly urging Indian exporters to expand production capacity and obtain key certifications. India is also benefiting from a tariff edge over China, a legacy of reciprocal duties introduced during the Trump administration. This shift has brought renewed momentum to India's apparel sector, which had suffered a 2-year downturn in the aftermath of the pandemic as consumer demand weakened. With a presence of only $10 billion in the $120 billion US apparel import market compared to China's $30 billion, India has substantial room for growth. However, the rise in exports is being matched by a surge in raw cotton imports due to higher domestic prices and lower domestic output. The Cotton Association of India estimates imports will rise to 3 million bales, 170 kilograms each, in 2024-25, up from 1.52 million the previous year. US exports of extra-long staple cotton to India have also increased, supported by competitive pricing and lower tariffs. Additionally, the new UK-India Free Trade Agreement, offering zero-duty access to 99% of textile items, is expected to significantly boost exports to the UK. India's apparel industry now stands at a strategic inflection point, buoyed by shifting global supply chains and favorable trade deals, but constrained by rising input costs. Indian Railways plans to conduct trial runs of short-distance Vande Metro trains starting July, aiming to serve 124 cities with distances of 100 to 150 kilometers, facilitating urban and satellite city connectivity on existing tracks. These trains, featuring 12 coaches and spacious automatic doors, will cater to unreserved passengers for daily commuting. Routes like Lucknow-Kanpur, Agra-Mathura, and Tirupati-Chennai are identified. The railways may expand the number of coaches based on demand. Additionally, trials for long-distance Vande sleeper trains are slated for early next month. Furthermore, Indian Railways targets operating 50 Push-Pull Amrit Bharat trains this fiscal, with plans for a redesigned version by 2026.